McLean is our marketing analyst this week. Ron told us in December that 2012 would be a record for cost of production in the hog industry. While costs are still high, the prospect of large corn and soybean acres planted this spring could brighten the outlook. The USDA released its quarterly hogs and pigs report in December. We asked Ron Thursday how markets reacted as they entered 2013.
Well, actually, they took it fairly well. It was a disappointing pig report. The pre-release trade estimates were for a 1% smaller swine herd. USDA says same size as a year ago. Breeding herd up 0.2%. So it's bearish news. We had about a $1.50 drop in the futures market the Monday after the report, but it took it fairly well.
What do you think the state of the industry is right now in terms of what you look for maybe spring and summer farrowings?
Well, USDA predicted that winter farrowings would be even with a year ago. One optimistic number in the report was that spring farrowings would be down 1.9%. I have a little bit tough time being quite that optimistic, but I hope they're right. What it all means is it looks like hog slaughter here in 2013 likely to be very close to last year's levels, and weights have been down for the last number of weeks because of higher feed costs, so total pork production in 2013 also likely to be close to the 2012 level.
You thought maybe the herd had been cut a little more than that?
Yes. Last year was a tough year financially. It looks like the average producer in 2012 lost about $12 per head. I was expecting a little bit more of a cutback in hog numbers in response to all that red ink.
What are you looking at right now for the current break-even?
Well, it looks like for last year, somewhere around 68 cents a pound live for producing bears and gelts. The data late in the year, a little bit over 73 cents a pound. Both of those are records. The last 4 months of data were all record high, but feed's been backing down a bit, so we're probably going to see a little bit of a downward trend in cost of production as we move into 2013.
Yeah, in that regard, Ron, corn and soybean meal prices, are you confident enough now that producers will have the stomach to pay what they need to pay to get through the summer and into, the harvest?
Yeah, good question, Jeff. Well, the answer is once the pigs are born, we will feed them, and so they're going to pay what they have to do that. The real question is when are they going to start anticipating the results of this 2013 corn crop? If the weather looks good, we may start to see some herd expansion as we move into and through 2013 in anticipation of lower prices. On the other hand, if the weather patterns stay dry like this, we're not likely to get much price relief on feed costs.
Are you at all looking at expansion? I mean, is the mindset of the producer confident in that, this thing will turn around and they can maybe increase the size of a herd?
I think that's sort of the natural inclination of most pork producers, is that they're optimistic. And yes, I think if we see signs of lower feed costs, we will see some herd expansion. That's just something that producers do. That, one of the other interesting things, production efficiency keeps going up. The number of pigs per litter in the fall quarter was a new record high. Hog farmers are getting better at what they do, and they like raising pigs.
The export market was strong in 2012. What do you expect to see here for 2013?
Yeah, you're right, Jeff. We set a new record, it looks like, in 2012 in pork exports. And if we produce about as much pork this year as next year, as last year, there's a good chance 2013 pork exports could be up again.
All right, give me your outlook here for prices over the next month, 2 months.
Well, we're starting the year with carcass prices in the low 80s. Seasonally, we tend to be kind of flat for the first quarter of the year, and then a very fast run-up during the second quarter. We'll probably see hog prices move to the upper 90s on a carcass weight basis by June. A strong summer and then a decline in the fall. How fast of a decline sort of depends on what kind of numbers we see as far as herd expansion.